Okay, so in today's video we have Derozan versus Joel Embiid, mainly because, well, guess what? They ranked him lower than Joel Embiid. Anyways, do you know the answer to this question? I bet you don't. It is Rafer Alston. I knew that because I am a huge Raptors fan. So there we are. I kicked it old school. That is a very old intro for this channel. Very, very old. Recently I have not been doing any intros. But anyways, so in today's video, we have Derozan against Embiid. The reason I am doing this video is because ESPN, they ranked Derozan worse than Joel Embiid. And I disagree hugely with that. Hugely. The reasons why is, well, Derozan is a leader on the court. He's really never really gotten in trouble. But the biggest reason is he is a proven player. He has been proven to be able to score ridiculous numbers. At the beginning of last season, he had multiple 40-point games. I think he was averaging over 40 points per game in the first 7 games. That is insane. And they did the same thing last year. They ranked him with a crappy mark. And it's like, come on guys. This guy is amazing. Sure, he's not a consistent 3-point shooter, but do you really need that? You can have other guys in the court who can shoot 3-point shots. This guy is a slasher and a mid-range shooter. He is able to get to the net at will. He doesn't even have to try. He doesn't have to try. That is the biggest thing with him. He's able to take a few dribbles, get to the mid-range area, take a fake shot, and shoot it. And his main purpose in the league is to get to that mid-range spot, that 15-foot, 10, 12-foot mark, and take fake a shot, have the guy jump. He'll shoot into that guy and sometimes get an and one. And if he doesn't get an and one, he's going to get the foul. Unless, well, you know the refs cheat, which we all know they probably do. So I thought, hey, why not? Why not go Derozan against Embiid one-on-one in NBA 2K? Now, this is NBA 2K17. I will be having a video coming out very soon about my goals of what I want to do with NBA 2K18. My streaming goals and everything like that. And I might be streaming that game earlier. Who knows? Wink wink, nudge nudge. If I get it when I'm supposed to, I'll be getting it before the release date, and I will be streaming it before the release date. But anyways, Joel Embiid, he is on the worst NBA team ever. He was part of the worst NBA team ever. He was a starter of the worst NBA team ever. Get the point? He is a really good player. Fantastic player. But is he better than Derozan? He just got blocked right there. He can't be any better than Derozan. He's got height. He can destroy Derozan probably in the low post. And that's what I mean. That fake shot. See if he can jump. There he didn't jump. He doesn't have to. He's close to 7 feet tall. Does not have to jump to block a shot. Too bad Derozan's 3-point shot wasn't more consistent. I would have probably hit that. His defense is also pretty good. Not showing there. He is a fantastic player. And I traveled. Whoops. Anyways. There's going to be a lot of people in the comments saying Embiid's better. All the Philly fans are going to say Embiid is better. I respectfully disagree. He is bigger. He is stronger. Skill-wise, he is not better. I would love to see DeRozan go one-on-one against Embiid in real life, but that's not going to happen. DeRozan's a small forward, shooting guard kind of player. Embiid is a power forward and center. Two drastically different positions. That's why I personally disagree with ranking players against each other. Because someone will rank Shaquille O'Neal as one of the best players ever, but he couldn't shoot. Imagine if he could shoot. Imagine if Shaq could shoot a three-point shot. Well, then again, look at this. DeRozan's not good enough. He just can't get around a fucking pole. But imagine if Shaq could shoot. Imagine if he could shoot a free throw even. He'd be ranked up there even higher. The reason why Shaq is ranked so high is because of his dominance. Same as LeBron. LeBron is only good because he's stronger than anybody else. He's not more skilled than, let's say, even Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's better than LeBron. But he's not. Want to know why? Because LeBron is way the hell stronger than Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's three-point shot head and shoulders better than LeBron. Kyle Lowry's dribbling skills is head and shoulders higher than LeBron's. But LeBron has size and power, while Kyle Lowry doesn't. He does, but not to that effect. So that's why it's really hard to rank players. What they should really do is say, okay, these are our top 50, let's say, our top 50 dunkers in the league. These are our top 50 power players in the league. These are our top 50 centers in the league. And these are our top 50 overall players. And then you can rank them and say, well, each, let's say dunking is worth 10% of your overall mark. And your three-point shooting is worth 10%. Everything is worth 10%. You do 10 evenly matched skills. And I can tell you right now, Durant's probably going to be number 1. Number 2 would be followed up by, most likely, LeBron. The sad thing is that Steph Curry, wouldn't be ranked in some of the top players because he's not that powerful. And still, at that point, you would still have a player who is ranked lower than he really should be. So it's really hard to rank players up against each other. When I hear of high schoolers saying, oh, I'm the number 1 ranked high schooler by ESPN, I'm the number 2 ranked high schooler by ESPN, that's fine, but at the same time, you're both number 1 probably. You just have different effects in the game. So try, like, if you're a high school student and you're watching this and you're not ranked up higher than somebody else, let's say you're number 50 something and somebody else is 20, but you think you're better than him, maybe he has a different effect on his team, and that you don't have that kind of effect on your team. Maybe that's why. That's why players like Steph Curry were nobodies until they got to the league. Sure, Steph Curry had Del Curry, which was his father, who played for the Raptors and one of the best, fastest shooters in the league ever. But Steph Curry, when he got to, nobody was recruiting him in high school for college. He went to Davidson or something like that. And now he's one of the best players in the league. Actually, let's say one of the best players in the world. So it's really hard to say somebody's better than another. My best advice, and maybe I should put this part of the advice on my basketball channel, Basketball Coach Allen, but actually I think I already did. Do stuff that nobody else is doing. One of a coach, I don't know if anyone on this channel knows this, but I actually played a while in the NBA Development League. Very short time, like less than a month, less than a week. injuries happen. But at the same time, the coach there said something that was absolutely fantastic, and that was, if you're a point guard, which I'm not, I'm a guard. I go between point guard and shooting guard at the time. Do something that's different than somebody else. If you're just gonna come in and say I can handle the ball really well and I can shoot, well, guess what? 50 million other people in the world can do that. So do something special that nobody else can do. For example, Derozan here. He goes to his mid-range spot. He takes a jump or a shot fake. Players fly past him or into him, and he'll take another shot, and he'll make it. Myself, if I played point guard or shooting guard, I'm 6'2". Now I'm a lot heavier, but back then I was 205-ish pounds, 200 to 210. We'll call it 205. At somebody who's 6'2", most players that height are roughly around 175 and 190 pounds. I had size and I used that size. I could shoot. I was roughly a 50% shooter when I went down there. Not necessarily in high school. But I was taking players to the post. And that's what I had to do to try and make the team. Because I was in training camp. Training camp doesn't mean you're going to make the team. Training camp just basically means, hey, you're here with 19 other individuals. What are you going to do to show us that you're going to beat out 7 others, or actually technically 9 others in the D-League? Because back then, I don't know if it's anything different now, I haven't looked into it, but back then, they would only take 10 players. Those other 2 spots to make the 12-player rotation were the imports from the NBA. So you would have 2 NBA level players, and you'd have 10 other scrubs like myself who would not be able to get as much playing time as those 2, because obviously the D-League is focused on making players better who are already at that NBA caliber level. So you have to do something different to be able to push forward. So I was taking a few shots, and I would take the players down to the post. I actually posted up a 7-footer from the elbow all the way down to the block. That shows the coaches. That's a nice dunk. That shows the coaches, hey, this guy's got something a little bit different. He's multi-positional. He doesn't have to just play point guard. He doesn't have to just play shooting guard. He's competent enough and skilled enough to play the post, even though he's only 6'2". So if we get short players, that's me just looking at the ball. If we get short players, and we have a few injuries, even though he's only 6'2", he's able to handle the post. And I guarded the post. I switched off because there was no way my guy could get off of a screen. I switched off onto a 7-footer post guy. He was about 7'1". He was from Australia. One hell of a beer gut. But I switched off of him onto him, and I was able to defend him in the post as well. I posted him up from the elbow all the way down to the post, and then I defended him in the post. He still scored on me, but I made it one hell of a difficult time for him to do so. I was able to stay low. I was able to keep him away from the post as much as possible. And even though he was still far enough away from the post where it wasn't an easy shot, it was still a difficult shot. I might be taking parts of this away and putting it on my Basketball Coach Allen channel. So if you see this twice and you're a fan of what I do, I'm sorry. I just wasted your time watching 2 videos of the same thing. Ooh, I'm catching up. Come on, Derozan. Cannot let Embiid score. Stop him. No. Okay. Now we gotta play some D. Or actually, sorry, offense. We're not playing keepers. Okay, okay, get the ball, 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 get the ball. Play some D, swipe it. Yes, get it. Dunk it, dunk it, dunk it. Yes. Okay, we can make this back. We can make this back. Yeah. Oh no. Well, that's the end of that game. Damn, that sucks. I was winning at first.